get the time.
What he didn't say is how many of those people had to fork over the double miles. And that could be hard to stomach. Even Gerard Arpey's close personal friends have complained about having to surrender those precious miles.
They'll say, well, I don't want to use more miles. I say, well, for goodness sake, you've got millions of miles in your Advantage account, and they don't want to use them. So,
Are they still talking to you?
oh, of course.
And how many miles did they use?
They ponied up the extra miles to be able to go.
You got them.
I did.
He got them, and a whole lot of other folks too. There's actually a growing subculture of mileage junkies, like Christina Tronson, people who are constantly jonesing for a mileage fix.
I check my account at least twice a day.
Twice a day?
Twice a day.
You're nuts. She's not all that crazy. Membership can have its privileges.
Once you hit 75,000 miles, you get 4 500-mile upgrades. You get a 10,000-mile credit to your account. You get 2 passes to the Admiral's Club. You get to give a friend of yours gold status.
And you really are a junkie then.
I am a junkie, yes.
If you travel a lot on American and you achieve certain status in the program.
William Mitchell, American's head of research, is always looking for new ways to keep the airline's fanatical flyers and buyers happy, often scouting airports and holding focus groups.
Give me 2 points for every mile I fly. Make it something so once you cross that 100 threshold, then it's really an incentive.
And here's a big incentive for American, selling miles to partners like Citibank, because Citibank and others pay the airline for the miles up front and then use them for their own marketing purposes.
They'll buy the miles from us and then reward our customers with it.
Give me a range of what a mile would cost to some of these guys.
I can't give you that information.
Oh, you have to kill me there too?
That is highly proprietary.
The fact is, it's a huge windfall for all airlines with partner programs. They collect more than $3 billion each year. That's whether or not you ever redeem those miles. In fact, the airlines are counting on the likelihood that a third of the more than 1 trillion outstanding miles will never be used. And what does it cost them when you do redeem those miles? Just listen to this. So that the actual cost of American of redeeming a 25,000 mile order, assuming I'm not displacing a revenue passenger, was basically $10.
Yeah, our variable costs is a different.
Yeah, that's not a bad business to be in.
No, and that's the beauty about these programs and why they've been so successful.
Successful for American and for millions of travelers who have managed to cash in their miles. Then there's Steve Rothstein, who has more miles than he'll ever use. His 31 million are enough to send 700 people from Paris, Kentucky to Paris, France. He's yet to make that offer, but he does freely hand out his free miles.
I give miles away to charity, to the Kidney Foundation, and I just helped 2 people on their honeymoon also.
Well, you've got 31 million, that's...
Yeah, almost 31 million, just shy.
Who's counting?
Right.
No,
By the way, if you think Steve Rothstein looks familiar, maybe it's because with 31 million miles, he was once sitting next to you on an American Airlines flight. In fact, we met him on American Flight 1, the transcon we flew at the beginning of our week.
American 1 Heavy, lost the entire Airbus following in position, wind 24011 or 24 left, clear to land.
Rothstein and 158 fellow passengers are now on their final approach.
Clear to land 24 left, American 1 Heavy.
500.
5 hours and 21 minutes and 2,200 miles after leaving New York's JFK, American Flight 1 is arriving in Los Angeles.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Flight 1 is a little lighter than it was at takeoff. 28 tons lighter, having burned $18,000 worth of jet fuel.
American 1 Heavy, Los Angeles, left on Bravo, what is your gate? Left on Bravo, it's gate 47 Bravo for American 1.
In fact, when you add fuel and labor and other expenses, Flight 1 cost American Airlines $53,100 to fly across the country. Factor in Flight 1's revenue, $52,200 in ticket sales, $300 in freight charges, and $800 for food, headsets, and extra baggage, and today's flight earned American Airlines the grand sum total of $200. That's right, $200. One fewer passenger, and Flight 1 would have lost money.
Bye, have a good day. Thank you.
Margins like that are why American cannot allow big, expensive airliners to sit idle. LA ground crews only have an hour and 15 minutes to turn this morning's plane around for its 1:15 p.m. flight right back to JFK.
Bye, thank you.
And that's typical. During the 1 week we covered American, this one airliner, 767 tail number 325, crisscrossed the continent 18 times, just like it's been doing for 20 years. One plane,